Good evening, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Thank you for being here and attending our November PTA meeting. I'm so glad you all are here. Thank you to our administrators, parents, and teachers for choosing to be here with us this evening. Beautifully, we have our awesome principal, Dr. Reed, here this evening, and she would like to bless us with her beautiful presence.
Thank you so much. Good evening, parents. How are you all doing? I hope everybody is doing well. And adjusting to the changes in the temperature and the change in time, which is always a challenge for us. But we are getting through it, Thank you for taking the time to be here this evening. I just want to say to you that we are doing very well. Our kids are, and I have to say to you, very, very pleased right now with our children. We have not had any major incidents at all, and there's a calm in the building right now that I hope persists until the end of the school year. We have finished our beginning of the year testing, and we're moving through the scope and sequence of English language, math, social studies, science. We have, and we're doing, as far as I see in the data, a great job. Our instructional superintendent has made many visits, and she is monitoring and making sure that we're moving along and taking care of the needs of our children. Just would like to say we have established a partnership with the Nationals, believe it or not, and some more information will be coming to you pretty soon, where they're making sure that they link the academics. So we'll be having some writing competitions and making sure that we get some equipment and anything and everything and tickets for their games, which we will request and can have, and we will make sure we have when we have our night out over there, that you will be coming in and sharing the joy with us. We're also this year piloting Becoming, a DCPS initiative, which looks at the culture and climate of our school, and we're doing all the groundwork. We had a presentation at the LSAT last week, and more information concerning that will be coming to you pretty soon, where we're establishing the values that we're trying to inculcate in our kids and to make sure that they're not just prepared for middle school, but they are prepared for life. The research will tell you that a kid's values, they're formed by the age of 9 years. And so we're trying to make sure as a school that we ensure that our kids are prepared to deal with life out there. And I always refer to the school as a learning lab for life, because this is what it is. We have brought on board a restorative justice coordinator because we're trying to help the kids to understand that we don't fight things out. We talk them through and work them through as we go along. He's doing a phenomenal job with the kids, inside the classroom, outside the classroom, and we have seen the kids in their restorative circles working through any kind of conflict that they may have, and as I said again, trying to make sure we're preparing the kids for life. And of course, I want to let you know that we are on target with our new building, which I can't wait for. We're supposed to be, per the team, the building team, the architectural team, with whatever it's called. They're supposed to be breaking ground for the new wing sometime in April March, April, or April, May, somewhere there, okay? And by year 27, we should be in the demountables, the west wing, the annex, whatever we call it, should have disappeared by then. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. So just to bring that as some good news, we're really, really looking forward to it. Please bear in mind, Thanksgiving is coming up next week. And we're only in for 2 days, Monday and Tuesday. The kids are out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The kids and the teachers. The administrators and the teacher assistants are at work, unfortunately. But we won't be having school, and only on Monday we will have our after-school program. So there will be no after-school program on Tuesday. Everyone is preparing the turkey for Thanksgiving Day. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for you and grateful for the fact that you have chosen Barnard as your school of choice. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. Alrighty, y'all. We have a special guest speaker this evening. I met Mr. Charles Harris at an event here at Barnard Elementary School where he brought some awesome information about additional educational opportunities for adults, whether you're teachers, parents, or community members. You're all welcome. So right now, I would like to introduce Mr. Charles Harris from Grand Canyon University.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Charles. I am the local admission counselor here in Washington, D.C. for Grand Canyon University. As Ms. Saunders mentioned, I was here about a month ago and met with the teachers and some of the administrators. Grand Canyon University has partnered with the Washington Teachers Union and working with DCPS to help our teachers obtain their certification. So we have a significant number of scholarships that are set up at the bachelor's level, also at the master's level for anyone who's looking to do that. So that's how I became connected to you all here at Barnard today, and I just wanted to just tell you a little bit more about adult education in general, and if anyone has any questions about our partnership, then please feel free to let me know that as well. I guess one question is, anyone thought about returning to school recently to either complete an undergraduate or higher level degree? Okay, that is all right. If you know of other people, this might be good information for you to just have. Okay, perfect. Yeah, of course. Let me back up a little bit and just tell you, one of the big pushes right now in education is obviously to provide more teachers in our communities. Right now, there's only one grant for individuals who are looking to go back to school from the federal government at the graduate level, and that is what's called the TEACH grant. The TEACH grant is specifically developed by the federal Department of Education and through the FAFSA, which some of you might know if you've ever attended a university or had family or friends attend school. The TEACH grant is open for any individual who would like to return to school to become a licensed certified teacher in a highly needed area. So think STEM teachers, special education teachers, TESOL teachers, and again, that's generally individuals who are often career changers that are accessing that TEACH grant. So you might be familiar with the idea of returning to school and figuring out how to finance that. And obviously the first thing everyone thinks about are loans. But in addition to loan options, which obviously most people want to avoid, is to access the grant options. So again, at that graduate level, if you are feeling like you're interested in wanting to become a teacher, the TEACH grant is definitely one that you might want to access, and it offers really anywhere from $7,000 a year for you to return to school. In addition to the Teach Grant at that master's level, there is also the Pell Grant, which you all might be a bit more familiar with. The Pell Grant is specifically for anyone who wants to return to complete their bachelor's degree. There's a certain amount of money that each individual is eligible for through the federal government, dependent on your income. So when you complete what's called the FAFSA, which is the free application for federal student aid, you'll be able to identify what grant money you're able to access, as well as any scholarship, any loan opportunities you're eligible for. So generally what I just wanted to point out is that if you are thinking about wanting to go back to school, if you have friends or family members, individuals in the community that you know who you think, man, you really should think about going into education or social work or anything in those areas, then instead of sometimes thinking, well, I don't know how I can afford that, or it's not something that's accessible to me, is to really talk to an admission counselor. So regardless of where that might be, figuring out what resources are out there, okay? Any questions about grants or student loans or anything like that? Just to tell you a little bit about Grand Canyon University, so we are located in Phoenix, Arizona. We have about 30,000 students on our campus who are our traditional 17 to 25-year-old student that most people are familiar with at the university level. But in addition to that, we offer all of our graduate education programs at the master's and doctoral level online. And that is where we're able to access a lot of educational support for any of our teachers. And really our big goal is to help our paraprofessionals escalate their education and training to be able to become full teachers and keep that pipeline of educators moving through DCPS and our charter school partners here as well. So in addition to those Pell Grants, Teach Grants, any loans that the federal government has set up, there are scholarship opportunities through Grand Canyon University. If you are a teacher, a paraprofessional, or an employee with DCPS, or if you're even a member of the community, there are different scholarships as well. And again, if we want to think about anything outside of education, that is absolutely an option, whether that be going into nursing education, social work, as I mentioned before, also into areas outside of those community helping fields, but things like business, technology as well. So that's generally what I just wanted to offer some information for you all, let you all know that that is actually something that's really being pushed through DCPS right now, is to help our paras get certified, help our teachers who are changing careers, so they maybe have a bachelor's degree in psychology and now they want to become an early childhood educator, helping them get back to school to get their certification too. Okay? Any questions? Well, I will leave some information over here in my card. I'm sure it'll be emailed to all of you. Again, I'm the local counselor, and I'm around to set up time to meet with anyone anytime you have questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Harris. Thank you again, Mr. Harris. All righty, parents. 'Tis the season of the mega germs, okay? If it is green, it is really mean, and please keep them home, like green mucus. Also, immunizations, if you have not got them done yet, they must be completed by January, or your child will not be allowed to attend school. Dates to come, the exact date, but please get your immunization appointments registered as soon as possible. Also, tomorrow, the PTA will be having a fundraiser at Brightwood Pizza from 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. The tickets are all sold out. If you don't have your tickets yet, by the way, pardon me, we're sold out. The event is from 6 until 8. If you've already purchased a ticket, you know this already. Also, on Thursday, we will have our booknik here at Barnard Elementary School. Begins at 5:30. Please bring your cozy blanket if you like. And Miss Madera can come and share some more on this awesome event.
Yay!
Thank you, Ms. Nick.
Good evening. We are having our first annual book night, which is a family reading night. We're inviting the community to come in, friends, family, bring a cozy blanket or bring some cool outdoor chairs or whatever you are comfortable sitting on. Bring your favorite book you love to read or a new book or just old books you want to swap. We are going to have a book swap, giveaway table. We are going to have raffle prizes. We are going to have a mass reader, a surprise reader that we can guess who it is, and at the end we'll have a grand reveal. And there will be light refreshments provided by our wonderful PTA. Woo! It'll be a very fun, relaxing night where the community can come together. Families who already know each other will be reading together. If maybe your students are friends and your families don't know each other, it's a chance to get to meet one another that are in your classroom or cross classrooms or grades. And it'll be a very cozy, fun evening. Yeah, is there any questions about our book night? I can't wait to see everyone there. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Madera. And also, the mass reader is not me, so please don't, it's not gonna be me. It's not me because I was told they would know it was me, okay? Also, this Saturday from 10 to 12 at Crampton Auditorium, our awesome Barnard Bears will be competing at Poetry Slam. Please come out with your Barnard gear and your cheer. We're gonna bring the trophy home this year. Indeed. We're bringing it back home to Barnard Elementary. Alrighty, what else do we have next? Oh, our treasurer report.
Do you want to finish the events? Because we also have the holiday market. And the
Oh, yes. Liz, you wanna come and speak about the holiday market now as well? Thank you.
Hi, everyone. So this December, we are participating in a community-wide holiday market. Really excited about that. All the local schools will be participating. We will be setting up a craft table that people can pay to do holiday related. It is on December 7th. It's at McFarland's from 10 to 2. And I have a couple volunteers and I'd love some more to help set things up and keep it running and also come up with the idea for the craft since we're still working on that. So if you're interested, you can reach out to me. My email is the regular Barnard Bears PTA and at gmail.com, Barnard Bears PTA at gmail.com, and reach out and we'll get this going. Thank you.
Thank you, Liz. Thank you very much. Do we have a treasurer report? You want to get book fair first? Another event? You want to come and speak about the book fair, Miss Madera? Come on down again. Okay. All right. The good stuff.
I'm back. So the book fair is quickly approaching. The official book fair dates are Monday, December 9th to Friday, December 13th. It is run like how it usually is, but if you're new to our annual book fair, it is 3:30 to 5:30 after school every day. I hold it in the main lobby, so right when you walk into the building. I'm hoping that parents, guardians, members of the PTA can come volunteer at the book fair. If you volunteered last year, it'll be pretty similar. The PTA has been maintaining a teacher donation table. This is a table that's set up right at the entrance of the fair where teachers can place books that are on their wish list. Families that are shopping and browsing can go to this table, select books to add to their purchase for either past teachers, present teachers, or even future teachers in the school. Once a book is selected, they bring it to me at the register and I will have the book delivered the next day. I will be collaborating with Becca, who's a part of the PTA. She'll be reaching out with more information about how to sign up to volunteer. But ultimately, I'm asking for about 2 to 3 parents every day, if possible, to run the table. The fair starts at 3:30. I close down at 5:30. If you can stay the whole time, that's wonderful. If you can only come for the first hour, the second hour, we will work out a schedule. If you're able to come a little early to help me set up, that's great. stay a little late to help me close down, that's great. Or if you just pop in and out, just help me set up and you got a dash. Any help is appreciated. I provide all the materials that are needed for the table. You're kind of just there to kind of just sell it, bring attention to it, donate to your teachers. And I think last year the PTA also had some nice PTA goodies. Some t-shirts there too, which are wonderful and cozy.
It's a lot of fun to meet your fellow parents.
Yes.
I really, really enjoyed volunteering at the book fair last year.
It's a rush. It's a whirlwind of energy and excitement and books. It's the most wonderful time of the year. And
It's your book fair.
is there any information on donations for the book fair?
Oh, we are supporting the book fair again. Yep. At the same level as last year, if you want to say it.
The PTA supports the book fair. Yay! Last year we got donations for students who are in need of funding for the book fair. I work with Ms. Montgomery, Ms. Blanchard, Ms. Salamanca, and the home teachers get a list of students who are in need of assistance getting books for the book fair. With the PTA donation, we're able to help bring more books, especially during this holiday season, because books do make the best gifts. So the book fair not only helps bring books back into the classroom, but it helps students build their own libraries at home, making reading in libraries a norm and a part of their everyday. I will be sending out more information to go home. I post a lot on Class Dojo, so please keep up with that. And I'm going to be posting something about e-wallets and how you can help further our donations by making a donation e-wallet.
How many children do we get to support through these donations? Can you say the impact of the dollars from last year?
A lot.
You going, girl?
Oh, that's one.
Huh?
Oh, I was gonna say like maybe 100?
Yeah,
Well over 100 students. Yes.
They having a PTA.
So I can transition.
I was saying they
right
having a
into
PTA
treasurer.
right now.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Madera. So we have questions?
Can you mute our crew? Oh, never mind, somebody did.
Okay. So to transition right into the treasurer's report, our treasurer Tiffany Reed is not here tonight. She has a caregiving issue at home. But basically, because of your donations, through the PTA, through both our Barnard Care for Bears campaign, which is about to kick off again, and regular dues and other donations, we have been able to support the book fair with a straight extra $1,000 to Miss Madera last year and this year, which she uses to make sure that every single kid in the school can go home with something from the book fair. So we're really happy to be able to support that. Here's the rest of the treasurer's report. We have right now $15,981.18 cash on hand. Our expenses in October have been for the PTA meeting, for which we pay for food and childcare. Halloween festivities, pastries with the principal we started supporting. That's on a monthly basis this year. Another opportunity to speak with the amazing Dr. Reed in the mornings. Just saying how wonderful pastries with the principal is. We supported classroom snacks for which grades? Fifth grade. The grade that has the latest lunchtime. We make sure that they have snacks to help get them through that long morning period. And the Hispanic Heritage Month family breakfast. So that's the treasurer's report. Should I turn it over to Shabnam? Okay, Shabnam Chalizi has been representing us to a group called the Ward 4 Education Alliance, and she's going to come and tell us what she's been learning. Come on up.
I feel very privileged to be a part of this group. Hello everyone, I'm Shabnam. As Eliza said, I have been attending the Ward 4 Education Alliance meetings. The most recent one was on Tuesday evening. My updates will be brief, but interesting, I hope. One thing I'd like to share is that there is actually a DCPS Welcome Center. Louder. There is a Welcome Center for DCPS that's housed at McFarland Middle School that serves the purpose of welcoming all new children and their families to DCPS. with orientation materials, the opportunity to learn about the system, the schools, and whatnot. For me, I found that personally very interesting because we joined the school system in December of last year, and I know what a useful resource that is to navigate the remarkable network that is DCPS, and to be able to get a kind of one-stop shop experience and have someone inform you on what this is and what all the DCPS constitutes. For notes purposes, the woman that runs that is called Raquel Ortiz. She's in charge of running that facility, which I think, again, is profoundly useful, and lucky for us, it's not too far away. DCPS is holding a public budget meeting tomorrow night. This is a great platform for DCPS leadership to hear your views and perspectives, any contributions you'd like to make on budget. And finally, a large chunk of the Ward 4 Education Alliance meeting on Tuesday was centered around the topic of digital equity. And some wonderful volunteer leads have been doing fantastic research on this subject in conjunction with DCPS. I'd like to share just a few of their most interesting takeaways from that data. They found that there are systematic issues with how DCPS is funding its technology, which has impacts on each individual school. They also found that student tech access issues exist both at home and at school, and that there is an internet equity issue that we are contending with in the district. Some other interesting notes that they shared is that there is intended to be, as per DCPS, a 1-to-1, meaning one student to one device ratio from grades 3 through 12 at DCPS. But at the PK through second grade levels, that ratio is 3-to-1. The takeaway there for the folks leading this research is that there are insufficient devices, and the other aspect that they want to address is that devices are aging and therefore unreliable in certain contexts. So tech problems do have a way of being reported in the system, and so what they're doing is taking a look at those tech service tickets to be able to study the content, the frequency, what that tells us about the system. But the good news is that the tech survey research they did had a really high response rate, so they feel very comfortable about the quality of data that they're collecting across users in the district. Finally, as I mentioned, this meeting of the Ward 4 Education Alliance is monthly, so I will report back. Are there any questions I can answer? Okay, thank you all.
Thank you.
Is anyone from the co-drive present tonight? Okay. Alrighty, our treasurer, as we mentioned earlier, and a representative from our fundraising committee, they're not here tonight. However, the event tomorrow at Brightwood Pizza is an event hosted by the fundraising committee. Any other updates financially will be updated at our next meeting by Tiffany, our treasurer. Alrighty, now we'll have an update in reference to our coat drive, which is going awesomely, and our students are really happy.
All right, thank you. So this year, the coat drive was co-coordinated by Katie O'Dowd, Deja Robinson, and Jen Robbins. So huge thanks to them. And they were able to meet. What happens with the coat drive is Miss Montgomery makes a list of all the sizes and you know, whether they're boys or girls, if to the extent that that matters for whatever they're buying. And then we try to fulfill it with a combination of donations of coats and hats and scarves, and with dollars to buy anything else that's needed. So they were successful. We were successful together in filling the entire list this year, so that every child who needs a coat, a hat, gloves, can be warm this winter. And we're lucky that so far it hasn't been very, let's just say, for the purpose of the coats, we're lucky that it hasn't been very cold yet. But I can dive right into the next update, which is a little bit more about the new wing. So I wanted to share some detail we have a page up on the website, I can actually show you, if you can see the screen, I'm going to show you, including share screen, on how to find our website about the project. So if you're on our website at barnardpta.com, it looks like this when you're logged in on a desktop. And if you go down here to the bottom, you see these are our pages. And if you go to About Barnard, you can learn a lot about Barnard, and we have a page on new wing construction. We have a FIT, that's Facilities Improvement Team, and after every FIT meeting, which have been happening about every 2 to 3 months, we update this page with their presentation. The DCPS also maintains a page with the presentations themselves. But on our page, we also put some of our letters back and forth with DCPS. What we're doing is, just to make sure everybody understands, in addition for the annex for the portables to come down, there will be a new wing of the building built alongside Decatur Street instead of the current turnaround parking lot. And it's going to look something like this. And so there will be a glass entrance here, basically right where the playground gate is right now. So the playground will be more secure. You'll have to come in through that glass set of doors to come into the playground area. So that's a plus. There will be a separate gate on the side that the PTA can co-maintain with the school so we can maintain that weekend access. And there will be, I think, 11 or 12 new classrooms and 1 specials lab all in this wing. So that's very exciting, and it's, as Dr. Reed said, it's super, super important that it get done, on time. And the portables will be replaced with a soccer field, which we know our students are going to really love. A couple of notes, though. So there's a budget, cap for this project, and at the concept plan stage, a lot of great ideas came out, but many of them are, it's going to be hard to fit them all in with the budget, basically. Or rather, it will be impossible to fit all the good ideas in with the budget, and it's a question of which ones remain. So we're doing some advocacy. We're communicating with DCPS and DGS. We're making sure that our council member is staying abreast of what's going on. For example, they may not replace the greenhouse or the garden as part of the initial project, and if we want that, it might have to be something that we come back and do later on. Same thing, the basketball court may not be replaced as part of this project. So there will be some changes that are, the most important one being that we get the new wing and the students can come out of the annex. But we're also, wanting to make sure that we take full advantage of the huge full block site that we have here for the school, and that we have plenty of spaces for recreation and outdoor classrooms and things like that. So we're continuing to communicate. We'll keep everybody posted. As of right now, a lot of those nice things that sounded really good in the concept plan stage are not going to be included going forward, but we are working to see what we can do, and we'll keep folks posted if there's an opportunity to support. Anything else you want to add? Okay, and I'm going to keep the microphone and do the last item. Okay. Last item. Who here is familiar with our website? Have you gone to our website, checked it out, used it for any purpose? Oh, great. I'm going to give you a quick tour of a power tool within the website. So these pages, we change whenever we decide to change them. And if you think there's something that should go on them, let us know. But these are like the static pages about the PTA officers and how to volunteer. The announcements, whenever you get an email announcement, you will see it here as well. Sometimes we also put up announcements here that we don't email out because they don't seem that urgent to blow up everybody's inboxes. But there is some more news sometimes that goes up here in announcements, so do check it from time to time. Most important, what I want to show you right now is calendar. Every single date the school gives us, we put in this calendar as soon as we possibly can. You may have noticed that this year, the school newsletters run by Ms. Madera are full of information with the dates in advance every month, right? We are also putting those up on the PTA website calendar as soon as we get them. So and on Class Dojo, of course, if you have any questions about events, make sure you're checking this calendar. And this is the power tip, you can sync it to your own personal calendar. So you can go up here to export calendar, okay? And you can highlight this link right here, and copy it in to add it as a subscribed calendar in any of your own electronic calendar systems. That way, every single school event you will see on your own calendar, and you can never be surprised. We put Spirit Weeks on there, we put picnics, we put everything we hear about goes up on there. Sometimes we don't hear about it. If it's grade specific, class specific, it might not get on there, but we put everything we hear about on the calendar. So I would encourage everyone to stay informed as much as possible by getting this calendar on your own calendar. That was all I wanted to say about the PT board website. Should we have some open Q&A? Ms. Sanders, we're up early. Yeah. Any questions, I guess, on PT board before I go there? No? Okay. All right. What should we do with our last?
This is awesome. Does anyone have any questions, suggestions, comments? Well, if you all celebrate, yes, Rachel.
Can you give us a preview of events that are coming up in December?
Some of the events for December, the dates aren't final as of yet, but we have some awesome. So I'll give you a little. Think about an art gallery, okay? And that's all I'm going to tell you at the moment. A Barnard Bears art gallery, okay? Of luxury. It's going to be awesome. I don't have the other dates for the other events coming up. But also, I know this is the season of different holiday celebrations, and if you all celebrate, Bee Market tomorrow from 3:15 until 4 p.m. We'll be having a Thanksgiving giveaway. They'll have gently used items, clothing that they'll give away, household items, turkeys, and food distributions at Seton Elementary Playground. If anyone is interested, they have a whole bunch of donations and they would like for the community to come out if you would like. Also, I know during this time for a lot of people, it can be challenging during the holidays. You may be missing loved ones. So my heart is with you all during this time. Okay, does anyone else have any questions, suggestions, great joys to share with us about your experience this school year yet? Anything exciting that your scholars have come home and shared? Nothing? Oh my. Well, I guess our meeting is adjourned for November. Thank you all for coming out.
One more announcement. The greenhouse, which was locked for a lot of the growing season, has been unlocked due to the magical work of our greenhouse garden chair, Wesley McGarry, and probably Mr. Harris, our maintenance manager. So those teachers and other educators that are using the greenhouse and our gardening committee can now use it for the winter.